Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Tracy Show. My name is Tracy, and I am sorry that I'm just 2 minutes late, but I had a computer breakdown, and I am actually using my Chromebook and not my regular MacBook. And I'm hoping that people can hear me. So if you can hear me and you're out there, you should have gotten the notification if you're a subscriber that I'm live. I'm trying to see can I get back on because I'm not used to this Chromebook at all. Um, it's not it's not that I don't like it, it's just that I don't use it as much. And I'm trying to see um if it's gotten back up because it has. I'm gonna switch out because I just like my MacBook better. I'm more used to it. Anyway, my name is Tracy. This is the Tracy Show. I don't have my links, but I'm gonna take care of some bill paying. Um, Definitely, please subscribe to the channel. I'm at 288. That means I am 12 away from 300. 12 away from 300. I am 12 away from 300. 12 away, 12 away, 12 away. Come on, everybody, help me. I was supposed to, and I'm typing on my computer, so sorry to look away. But I was supposed to be at um 300 at the end of this month, and today is the end of the month. I know it's Halloween, and I normally have a costume on. Today, the blood sugars were really low, so I did not, and I hadn't even thought about what I wanted to do. I thought, well, maybe go as a queen, but then the crown and wearing this, it just wasn't going to work. Um, I'm just trying to pull my hair back so I can at least look somewhat decent. I don't think it's working out well for me. Um, I just had a tremendously odd day, but remember to subscribe. Subscribe literally costs you nothing. You can always, always, always subscribe. I appreciate it. Like I said, it doesn't cost you anything. Remember to comment. Commenting puts me up in the algorithm. Being in the algorithm helps me out a great deal. It helps people find this channel. So please do that. And we're starting something new here. And like I said, I'm trying to see if this work, guys. I'm hoping it does. I'm really hoping it does. We're starting 25 likes. It's my goal to get 25 likes for any podcast I do. Now, I know sometimes 25 people don't watch my podcast, but I'm going to be really intentional from here on out, emphasizing that my goal is 25 likes, then that'll increase to 50, it'll increase from 50 to 100, 100 to 200, etc., etc. But I figure I had to start somewhere. So we're going to start out with 25 likes. So remember to like this podcast, hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button. I'm still trying to see, can I work on this while and if I see myself, that means I'm going to switch it out. I'm hoping this really works because I just don't I'm not really comfortable with this let's see. Nope, it's not working. I don't know why it's not working. Something is really going wrong with my MacBook. Like I can go to any other page and hit it, but I'm getting to here and it's like not working. Another thing I'm going to do, I'm just not going to worry about it. I'll figure out something later, is I also want 15 shares. per episode. So again, I started out with a small number. If I can get 15 people to share my link or to share the page, every episode will increase it from 15 to 30, 30 to 45, 45 to 60. Yeah, 45 plus 15 is 60. Yes, 45 plus 15 is 60. So remember, it's 25 likes per episode, 15 shares per episode. I will keep emphasizing that throughout the show today. Mark your calendars because I am having a fundraiser. This channel is in desperate need of funds. I have tried to ask through Patreon. That hasn't been successful as I would like. As a matter of fact, I think I still have one Patreon. I am having a virtual fundraiser February 1st, 2025. That is the site to buy tickets. It is a virtual scavenger hunt. Admission is just $20 little. You got enough time to save for it. So mark your calendars for that. The Destroy the Duopoly Awards is December the 14th at 6:30 p.m. I'm sorry, 6 p.m. Remember, I don't know why I forgot this. I'm doing an election show November the 5th, 2025. November the 5th, 2024, I'm doing an election show. It starts at 7:30. I need all eyes on me that day. We're going to go probably from 7:30 to around maybe 11. I don't know yet. Maybe it'll be over. I doubt it. But we will be doing election coverage. I don't know why I forgot to put that up there. So just remember that and tune in. So I have a lot to talk about, and I'm still trying to get on this page, guys. I'm still trying to. I don't know why I can't get on this page. It's like StreamYard is just not working when I go. Like everything else is working, but not StreamYard. I don't understand. So I'll be kind of, I hope I don't have to do this. Let's see. Maybe. Yeah, there's something wrong with my computer that it's just not. It may be a StreamYard error or something that's going on. I got a lot to talk about. I got, let me turn on my other light. Guys, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be discombobulated, but this computer errors really got me just in a frenzy today. Lot to talk about. I want to talk about the Mehdi Hassan CNN appearance that I thought this is a little hypocritical, and I'll explain what I mean. Trump had a Nazi rally. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about, I can't wait until this election is over, but then we got to get ready for midterms. The cycle never ends. I want to talk about random things. So I'm going to get my tablet and I'm hoping, let's see, I'm hoping this works. So what I'm doing, because YouTube can't stand when I share clips, they'll just take me down or say you can't monetize this. Like, who's watching this channel where I can monetize it, right? Although if you subscribe, you could help me get to that level. I mean, I'm just saying, but I'm really wanting to get this clip and play it. So I'm gonna find it on my tablet. because unfortunately I can't share it on my computer has just said, my MacBook has just said we're done. Like it's not done. I can go to like Facebook and I can go to like um YouTube, but for some reason I can't go to StreamYard. And I don't know, maybe it's a problem with StreamYard. And remember to comment, please. So I'm still trying to find this link. And again, I want to share links, but YouTube will not let me share links. So I'm stuck doing this. So anybody's like, she keeps looking down at her computer. That's because I can't share links. Like if I shared my screen and just showed it, they're taking me down. But if I put it on this tablet, hopefully y'all can hear it. So let me type in this. Okay. I don't know the name of the other guy. I only know Mehdi Hassan, but the other guy is a Republican. And so let me set it up. They were at one of their little phony roundtable things that CNN does sometimes. And they were talking about, of course, the situation in Gaza. And, well, I'll tell you the hypocritical part here in just a moment. Okay.
No, by me. I never close your hands. That's not mine. I mean, I'm not sitting here saying I'm a supporter of the Palestinians, so I'm used to it. Yeah, well, I hope your beeper doesn't go off. The thing is that you just say I should have done. You should.
Okay, so the guy, they didn't. Okay, so here's where I'm getting. Here's where I'm getting kind of like, this is so hypocritical. The Republican guy said, I hope your beeper doesn't go off. And so what he's referring to is that beepers in, I want to say Lebanon so bad, but I know that's not right. Israel was having beepers and they would just self-designate and kill the person who the beeper was on. And that's what he's saying. I hope your beeper doesn't go off. Terrible, terrible thing to say. However, here comes my poor question. How come somebody called out Mehdi Hassan for calling that guy a Nazi? Matter of fact, he said, if you want me to stop calling you a Nazi, stop doing Nazi things. Now, I don't know what this guy has done. I don't know if he's done Nazi things or not done Nazi things. I don't know. Maybe he has, and I just don't know because I don't be watching CNN like that. But like nobody called that out. Nobody. We're just gonna just let that just slide on through and just go through and just let it be. I mean, and what the guy said was absolutely deplorable. You cannot say, I hope your beeper doesn't go up. That's terrible. And he should have been kicked off the air. But here's my question again with the hypocrisy. Why wasn't Mehdi Hassan kicked off the air? He called that guy a Nazi. I mean, which one? I mean, they're both terrible comments. Like we have one standard for one person and then a completely different standard for another. That doesn't make sense. I'm trying to just get I'm trying to get to the clip where Mehdi Hassan literally calls him a Nazi, but apparently I had to watch CNN, and y'all know me. People, this is the problem I have with the media. Of course, they're slanting the coverage of what Israel's doing as just they're just defending themselves, and that's just them defending themselves, and they have a right to defend themselves. But apparently, the Palestinians don't have that same right. So, my interpretation of this is like when uh, the comments are more into standard what they want. And let's keep this straight. Mehdi Hassan is not for Israel as much. Like, I think he's actually has called them to the carpet for their bombing. So he got that part right. But it amazes me that it seems like there's just like these two different rules, right? There's one rule for, like, if you're pro Israel, and then there's another whole standard if you're anti. And the way they frame it is like they're trying to say that, like, the Palestinians are Hamas. They're two different groups. The Hamas and Palestine, they're two different groups. And to say that, Israel has a right to defend itself, but not the Palestinians. No, no, no. It just reeks. It just reeks of apartheid, in my opinion. It literally does. Um, it just really does. It's just, it's. I don't understand it. I don't understand it at all. I'm trying to switch my screen out here. I'm just having a hard time today, guys. I am so sorry. I want to play these clips so bad. Remember, we're trying to get to 25 likes per episode. That's our new initiative. 25 likes, 15 shares. But I can't find one, the name of this guy. That's what I want to find out, because I don't want to keep calling him the Republican guy. And I want to see, has he made like Nazi comments? Maybe his son was like right to call him a Nazi, right? To say, yep, he's a Nazi because he does whatever. Okay, so let's see. Okay. I'm finding it, guys. Mehdi Hassan. Okay. What is this guy's name? So, okay, this person's name is Ryan Girdusky. Girdusky. So now I'm gonna go back and look him up and see, like, has he made like Nazi comments or stuff? Ryan Girdusky. Okay. So see how I love the internet. You can always, that's the one thing people say Google should be destroyed. Okay. Well, it says he's a conservative. He's a Trump supporter. Gee, what a shock. Okay, so I'm gonna say anti-Semitic. Okay, I'm gonna just say anti. Because see, when I put in, did he make any anti-Semitic marks? The only thing that's coming up is what happened with the CNN situation. I mean, it was dumb. Again, don't get me wrong. What he said was absolutely abhorrent. You can't say to somebody that is Palestinian, I hope your beeper doesn't go. No, they were correct in banning him. Absolutely correct. However, my question is still one, nobody's making any mention of Mehdi Hassan calling him a Nazi. Then he went further and said, if you want me to stop calling you a Nazi, stop doing Nazi things. I just need somebody to explain it to me. I'm not taking sides. I'm not saying the guy is or isn't a Nazi. I don't know the guy. But I'm just like, what are we going to have equal standards? How about kicking them both off, right? Because they both made ignorant comments. I don't want somebody calling me a Nazi, right? I don't want somebody saying, "Hey, you're just anti-Semitic." No, no. So that's what I think of that. Got to get to this issue. So I am gonna find this. I am going to find this, and I'm going to find. Trump decided to hold a Nazi. Speaking of Nazis, Trump decided to hold a rally, and most of the time, I've never fully sat down and watched a Trump rally. But this was for some reason, he held the event in Madison Square Garden, which is in New York City. He's not winning New York State. I don't understand why you're holding a rally in a state where you're probably not going to win. But hey, I guess he lived there so many years. I guess he wants to do that. Why can't I find this? So again, the rally had a whole series of issues, but there's this comedian that's trending. And I'm just gonna type because I know it was in New York City. Okay. And we're gonna go here. Okay. Okay, so no, don't want to watch it. Don't want to watch the whole thing. Okay, so there's this comedian named something, something, something. I'll get his name here in a moment. But he made several racist comments. He made a comment of, I'll just let y'all hear it. I'll let y'all hear it.
There's a lot going on. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico. Believe it or not, people, I welcome migrants to the United States of America with open arms. And by open arms, I mean like this.
The fact that people are laughing at this non-funny comedian, I'm trying to find his name though. He called a whole and I'm trying to get my thoughts together, right? Because I'm just real irritated that this computer isn't working. I'm trying to. Okay, so his name is Tony Hinchcliffe, the non-funny comedian that made that joke about Puerto Rico being a floating garbage heap. He also made a joke about him and his black friend carving watermelon. He also he just kept it going, and everybody was so focused on the Puerto Rico part that they clearly forgot. I'm like, is this what they do at Trump rallies? I've never been to one. I don't know about one. I've never attended one. I've never sat down and watched one on TV. Is this what they do? Do they sit around, get comedians, and just make racist jokes? Yep, that's what we do. We make racist jokes. We make racist jokes. And Republicans like, oh, but people shouldn't get so offended. No, Puerto Ricans have a right to be offended by this. And he was like, oh, it's a joke. Yes, I get it because I have that type of sense of humor. That I can recognize a joke. When I hear one, and I'm not one of those ones that say you can't joke about such and such and such. However, I am going to say that in this case, because some people are trying to say he was talking about Puerto Rico's a territory, not a state. So he wasn't talking about the people of Puerto Rico. He was talking about Puerto Rico itself. Like I would be talking about the United States is full of crap. I'm not talking about the people of the United States. I'm talking about the country itself. But doesn't the country have people in it? I don't see how people can say that this isn't about the people of Puerto Rico. I don't know. I don't think it's going to have that much of an effect on the election. If it does, I'll be like, hey, yeah, I was wrong. I was real wrong about this. I was wrong. And President Biden decided to follow it up. Hypocrisy number 2. So I'm definitely going to play this. Okay, so yeah, I know what I'm going to try to find. Okay. Yep. Biden decided to come out the hiding bin because we didn't know. Is this man president? I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be funny or anything, but he's been like MIA for weeks. I mean, nobody's talked to him. He hasn't held a press conference. What has he been doing? I'll tell you what he's been up to lately. He's been calling people garbage. Let's see. We're gonna play the whole thing.
Donald Trump has no character. He doesn't give a damn about the Latino community. He's failed businessman. He only cares about the billionaire friends he had and accumulating wealth for those at the top. He says immigrants are poisoning the blood of our country. Give me a break. He wants to do away with the birthright citizenship. Who the hell has said that in the last 100 years? And just the other day, a speaker at his rally called Puerto Rico a floating island of garbage. Well, let me tell you something. I don't know the Puerto Rican that I know, or Puerto Rico where I'm in my home state of Delaware. They're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters. His demonization is seen as unconscionable, and it's un-American. It's totally contrary to everything we've done, everything we've been.
But y'all was quiet. Y'all vote blue no matter who. Y'all was real quiet on that. Y'all was real quiet on Biden calling those Trump supporters garbage. And he said it. Don't sit here and say I'm taking it out of context and I'm da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. This is worse than Hillary Clinton calling Republicans deplorables, because at least she said they could be redeemable. This guy was like, yeah, they're garbage. Like he was doing okay. All he had to do was simply say Trump is garbage. That'd have been fine, right? Because, well, basically, I mean, truth is light. But he took it a step further and said, no, his supporters, not like the Harris supporters, that Trump supporters are garbage. And the MSDNC media is just kind of, again, doing what they always do. They ignore it. And it just becomes this whole thing, again, much with hypocrisy. What the Tony Hinchcliffe, I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, said about Puerto Rico and the black guy, him carving watermelon with the black guy, reprehensible, terrible, should have been called out on it. Biden has more influence, right? Because he's the actual president of the United States. So he actually has a comedian, like, he'll just forget about this, probably get some more gigs based off of it. But you're supposed to be the president of Trump supporters and Biden Harris supporters. You don't get to make that distinction if that's the office that you want to sit in. Now, I know you're a lame duck president and you're trying to make sure people don't forget you, but I have to wonder, is this intentional? Who told him this was a good idea to say? Who? And he didn't. He kind of stammered, but he didn't stutter really. It was like, yep, I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, and I don't care. It was like, are you trying to make sure that Kamala? Because y'all get real particular about how her name is spelled or pronounced. Are you sure you're not trying to make her lose? Because and Harris, because that's what I'm calling her now, because apparently, again, y'all get real mad about how her name is pronounced. Don't get mad about children dying in Gaza, but hey, that's just me talking. He gets to say this. I mean, as the holder of the office of President of the United States, again, he holds that type of influence. That comedian doesn't have any influence outside that rally. Nobody knew who he was. So now people are gonna find out who he is, find out what other jokes has he made. And he just doesn't have to say, he's not out here influencing world policy. He's making bad jokes. Again, terrible joke, awful joke. Should have gotten called out on it. But boy, y'all forgot to call out Biden. Just forgot. Like, he didn't even say it. And then you tried to justify by saying, yeah, his supporters are garbage. Yeah, that's what you want to do to half the country. Just call them garbage. Make them want to go to the polls and vote. Again, there's a part of me that thinks this is intentional. There's a part of me that thinks that he's still angry that he was forced out of running for re-election. Although, dude, did you see your debate performance? Like, bro, did you see that? And he's upset about that. So he's gonna do, or he knew he was gonna lose anyway. So, like, why stick around and take that L? Let Kamala take it. Let her take that L and walk with it. Like, you be gone with it. You don't have to worry about it, right? But this whole thing that nobody even, Fox News obviously called him out. And I already know what somebody's going to say. Well, Trump is saying worse about Kamala support. He has. I'm not even here to disagree with you. I'm saying where's the equal distribution of outrage. There's like no outrage. I don't see anything on Facebook, which is where I go to a lot. And it's like, well, they are garbage. I wonder what would happen if Trump came out and said that Kamala supported. Well, no, he actually did. He called them vile. He called them leftist, Marxist, although he knows those are contradictory terms, right? So he has said things about her supporters, and they have been in an uproar. But apparently it's okay that their guy is saying any and everything about Trump supporters. You don't say that. No apology, but he wanted to clarify. I'm not going to play the clarifying because I cannot. I cannot sit there. You said what you meant. You meant what you said. I don't think, is it going to make a big difference in the election? Probably not. Because it's not like Harris had said it. Now, if she had said it, campaign, it's over. It's over. It's done. But smartly, one of the few things she's actually did right is distance herself from that comment. I just want, like I said, I want equal distribution of the outrage, because it's like vote blue no matter who, or Democratic voters. Biden could literally say, you know what, y'all all garbage, and they'd be like, yup, we garbage, you right, we trash, we terrible, thank you for telling us we terrible. It doesn't matter what he does. It's like you'll do what you normally do. You'll excuse him saying that. You'll say it was okay and that Trump supporters are garbage. Pardon me, I'm just not one to, you got to get to a certain level to be garbage. And even though there are some people, yeah, I'm like, some people are garbage. Not every single Trump supporter is garbage. Are there garbage Harris supporters? Absolutely. Absolutely, positively. Are there garbage third party supporters? Probably. But when you're running for the office or you hold the position of president of the United States, you're president of everybody. You're president of people that voted for you and people that did not vote for you and people that didn't vote at all. To say that and not be called to the carpet, not just me just sitting there like, yeah, what he said something? We didn't know. What he said, what? No, not Joe Biden. No. And it's just for Blue MAGA, that's their name, Blue MAGA. He could do anything. Like I said, he could literally say that Black women are trash. I think there'd be some Black women that would still vote for him. I said what I said. I literally said what I said. And for me, like I said, this comedian, I mean, nothing he said was funny. Calling Puerto Rico a floating island, are you kidding me? People live inland, right? That's why when I'm criticize the US, I'm criticizing an institution, not every single citizen, right? So when I say this country doesn't care about anybody, I'm not talking about you, your sister, your brother, your mother, the neighbor down the street. I'm talking about the institution of government. Now, if he wanted to say, like, all he had to do was stop right where he says, well, I know garbage when I see it, and Donald Trump is garbage. Boom. He could have stopped right there. He kept going like he meant it. Like he said, yep, this is what I mean. And again, Fox with their, and I love how Fox played this, right? So they played it like this is terrible, which it is terrible. A president should never call people garbage. But the week before, or no, when the issue with the comedian came out, people are just too sensitive. Well, wouldn't that apply? How come that doesn't apply when Biden's doing it, right? It's like both sides are so hypocritical. It's like, do they just think, oh, well, Americans are stupid? Like they'll just buy anything. No. I cannot understand why this is even a thing, right? Because they're people should just it's just a joke. So when Biden was saying people are garbage, that whole standard of it's just a joke. You just throw it out the window. And I know I keep making the same point over and over, but it's just, the duopoly is such garbage. And the media, Fox is just RNC. They're just Fox RNC. And MSDNC is like so in the back pockets of the Democratic Party. It's just ridiculous. And it's like, this is why we don't think we have choices, right? There's plenty of candidates running for office. Of course, y'all all know I support Dr. Cornel West. And people don't even know they're running. Why? Because they don't see them on TV. Now, yes, cable news is decreasing in ratings and people don't watch as much, but you have the senior population still watches a lot of television. You have, I was going to say baby boomers, but I think baby boomers are senior citizens. I think, because it's baby boomers, something else, then Generation X. My generation, we're kind of in between. Like we'll do some online media, and then the people behind me, they're just all they don't even they won't tune into something like CNN. They're just all stream media. Um and so that's where people are getting their news from. But when you ask people, hey, you know this person's running, nope. How come? I didn't see him on TV. And that's because they're watching local news, right? And local news isn't going to talk about them because they're owned by Blackwater and all these other corporate interests. Remember the Destroy the Duopoly Awards, December 14th, 2024, will be here dishonoring those that deserve to be dishonored. I'm going to have to somehow get my links so I can port them on this computer until I figure out what's going on with StreamYard on my Mac. I am really agitated, guys. I cannot believe this. I'm still sitting here trying to figure out what's going on with StreamYard that it's just not letting me do anything. I mean, I'm just sitting here like clicking. And I don't know why it won't go in. This will not let me in. Won't let me in, won't let me do anything. And that's probably why I don't have as many people commenting or watching, because I just seem to be all over the place, and I apologize for that. But oh, this is throwing me off. So the last thing I want to talk about, I'm gonna try one more time, guys. I'm sorry, I just gotta try one more time. I don't understand what's going on. I don't understand what's going on. I'm still trying to figure out why this won't do anything. This is really annoying me, guys. Okay. Oh, I don't like this at all. Like I can type and everything, but when I just get to StreamYard, it's just like not working. It's almost over. Guys, we got the first, the second, the third, the fourth, and the fifth. That means the election is 5 days away. I will be so glad when I don't have to see any more of Donald Trump's boys playing girls sports. Like, I don't know how you all feel about this issue. Who sits around and thinks, you know what? Forget the economy and something that actually affects me. Forget the fact that there's fewer than like what 75,000 transgendered people around. Let's just talk about biological men playing women's sports, because that's a thing. I don't even know. Is that a thing? Is that really a thing? I don't even know if that's a thing, right? I don't know. See, this is where it's StreamYard. So I just don't get. Oh my gosh, it finally worked. Oh my gosh. I had it and then I clicked away from it and stopped working. Yeah, I'm gonna figure this out. Okay, so what we gonna do? We're gonna try one more time, and then I'll talk about the election finally being over. Because now I can at least get in the studio. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so now I can see it. Okay, we don't get out of there. The election is in 5 days. I am so happy that this is going to be over. Now you already know I'm predicting a Trump win. Unfortunately, I just don't see when ultimately, I would love for Dr. Cornel West wake up and just know he's president in the United States. That would be so wonderful. But in terms of just between the two of them, I think Trump has it. I just can't see women just crossing over, and maybe they will. I was about 95-5. Now I'm about 90-10. So I'm still thinking that Trump will ultimately defeat her, but I do. It's not going to be over the 5th, and that's the other problem, right? We're going to be going. We probably won't even know who won till like the 9th. No, we'll know. Let's see. The 5th's on a Tuesday. We'll know by that Saturday. We'll know by that Saturday who actually won, because we're all losing, right? We're all losing. Yeah. And so I'm trying to think of what else I wanted to talk about. Like I said, I've been really upset about this computer situation because I don't know what I'm gonna do, because it's something with StreamYard, and my MacBook that are not compatible. I don't know what it is. It's gonna just stress me out. I don't like using this Chromebook, y'all, but what I'll do is I will probably prepare all my links, email to myself, save them on this computer, and then I'll at least have the links to things. Um, I'm trying to stay on for at least 50 minutes. Um, I don't want to talk about any more polls because I've looked at enough of them. I'm kind of tired of looking at polls. They're getting on my nerves, so I don't want to talk about polls anymore. I do kind of, what I do want to talk about finally is people's level of comfortability. Voting within the two-party system. I seriously, I can't understand, and maybe somebody can explain this to me, why so many people are comfortable with voting for genocide supporters. I don't understand it. My mind is just like, but what? It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me why people are just so very, very comfortable, voting for genocide. I'm like, are you sure? They don't support peace talks because they're working around the clock. Let's see. This has been going on since 1948, and you've been working around the clock. Okay. And people will say, it's over there and it's not here. And I just want to caution you to think about this. If they will do it to people over there, what makes you think they won't do it to people here in the United States? I don't know what makes you think that. Just because something's over there doesn't mean it doesn't affect you. I'm a global citizen. Yes, I live in Indianapolis, Indiana, but I'm a global citizen. I should have enough decency and enough wherewithal to care about atrocities that are going on globally. And yes, that applies locally too. You always want to think global and act local, right? So you can't just to turn away from that and say it's not important because, well, that's them. Again, what happens when it's you? What happens when these type of attacks happen on American soil? Somebody in France could say, oh, that's their problem. They're over there. I don't want people to say that, right? I want people to rise up against injustice anywhere. Dr. King said that is injustice anywhere is injustice everywhere. And I don't know if some people wanted to vote for either of these candidates, either Harris or Trump, either they don't realize it or they just don't care. You can't tell me that you care about the people in Palestine and then go vote for someone that doesn't want to stop the civilian killing. You can't tell me that, because if that were the case that you cared, then you would realize, oh, this needs to stop. They need to bring these two to the negotiating table. We need to demand a ceasefire now, permanent, not this temporary 2-hour ceasefire thing that the administration is trying to do, not letting Netanyahu go unchecked, which is what he's doing now. He's literally just telling the administration, I'll do what I want to do, and we just keep your tax money, my tax money keeps supporting it. But we don't have enough money for Medicare for all. We have enough money for Medicare for all for Israelites, but not for Americans. We have 625,000 people estimated that are homeless. You mean to tell me we couldn't take some of that money and address it? And don't give me that, well, it's allocated. Well, allocate money for fixing homelessness. Allocate money for healthcare. Allocate money for expanding the social safety net. Stop giving me this thing. Here it is. Stop defending genocide. Stop defending genocide. It is reckless. It is deplorable. It is tacky. It is trifling. Stop defending genocide. That's what you're doing when you go vote for Harris or Trump. You don't have to like me. You can unfriend me if you're on Facebook. I don't care. But I'm going to say what the truth is. You can't have someone literally say, I'll support Israel and whatever they do and give them the resources they need. And then you go vote for them because all of a sudden they're going to stop. No, it doesn't work like that. The current administration can't even support an arms embargo, which I'm against. I'm like, well, they have weapons that you kept giving them. Cut the money. Stop giving them money. If you stop giving them money, they will stop bombing. And now they've expanded their reach. Now they're bombing Iran, bombing in Lebanon. It's like this continual need for war is disturbing to me. Absolutely disturbing. And I obviously don't think people are going to wake up before November the 5th. I would just say this to those that haven't cast their vote yet. Again, just think, what if you were in a situation like Gaza and we had a government that's doing the same thing that's happening to the Palestinians? And somebody in France or somebody in Germany or somebody in Poland said, no, that's them over there. We're not going to speak out against it. We're not going to, use our power of influence. We're not going to call for negotiations. We're not going to do anything. Matter of fact, we're going to give them more money. That's what we're doing. And again, it's very upsetting to me that people are so just okay with it. I just wish someone would explain it to me because I don't understand it. I don't understand it at all. I don't understand it. And that makes me maybe sound naive. I don't know. Um, but I know that what we're doing now, we're just on the path to, we're either going to have two types of wars. With Trump, we'll get a civil war. With Harris, we'll get World War III. And it's like the American people are trying to pick out which war means the less. And it shouldn't be that way. We should always strive for peace. Now, if some country wants to attack, that's up to the generals and all the people in the military and high places to protect us from that. Because a president's job is to protect the population from threats, both domestically and internationally. Get it, got it, done. Understand, that's in the Constitution, I think. But to just be comfortable with your tax dollars, just going to fund someone that is not checked. There's no checks in place. At least if you're going to go vote for Harris or Trump, demand that this stop. You won't even do that. That's the disturbing part. You're willing to vote for Harris or Trump, but you will not say to them, hey, I'm going to withhold my vote. I'm going to withhold my vote unless you stop. Sorry, my throat is just very parse. If that was what you were going to do, well, okay, I wouldn't agree with it, but then I can see you saying, hey, I'm going to vote for her, but once, and I'm saying Harris because most of the people I know are Democrats, but I'm going to push for this to end. Well, okay, but you've seen the track record, right? You've seen that she's not going to really do that. And when she loses, because I'm still saying loss, this will be the issue, that and immigration will be the two issues why that loss took place. Guys, this was a struggle of a podcast. I am so sorry. I'm going to figure out what's going on with my StreamYard. I hope to have that issue resolved. If not, we'll be back on the Chromebook and I'll have all my links. Remember, we're trying to do 25 likes, 15 shares, 25 likes, 15 shares. Remember to comment on this video, share this video again. We want to do 25 likes, 15 shares. The February, the first fundraiser is happening. If you're on my mailing list, you'll get an email. You'll start getting emails probably in December about it. And with your registration link, I'll have that all squared away. Remember, subscribe. I'm at 288. I can do this. With your help, I can make it to 300. I kept saying by the end of this month. Well, the end of this month is today, and I didn't make it. But we got November and December, so we can do this. 12 people. I should have 1,000, but that's okay. It seems like I can't get past this 300 mark. That's what I want. I want 300 subscribers. 300, and then we can start aiming for 5. But 300, we've got to cross that. And I only need 12 of you. So if there's 12 of you out there watching, please subscribe. Thank you for watching. I promise I will be much better on Saturday when I go live again. And I'm going to take myself down, do the outro, and I'll see you Saturday at 4:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye-bye.